I wouldn't be surprised.
I'll have you go first just because I have images pulled up for mine.
Okay.
And now that we're live and recording, I apologize for the background. It says 23 through 11. It's actually 43 or 24 through 11. Sorry. But yeah, if you want to go first, welcome to LIW John Carpenter Review. This is episode 31. It's our second to last episode of this podcast. This is ranking John Carpenter's movies 24 through 11. I'm Phoenix West.
Zick Scott.
All right. Here's how this is going to work. We're going to go 24 through 11 right now. You go first. I'll go next. We'll talk about my pick just because we'll cover them all that way. And I'll have the image up there and we can talk about that and cover them all. And then at the end of each one of these, I'm going to go over what I think Adam's list is or would have been.
Right.
Going just off gut feeling. I didn't want to listen back to the old episodes. I'm just going off gut feeling. But I'll do that at the very end of, so I'll do 24 through 11 at the end of this, 10 through 1 at the end of the next episode. All right, Dickory, you want to do your number 24?
Number right now. My 24th best of John Carpenter, meaning his worst piece of shit, Ghost of Mars. Hands down. Bad movie. Terrible. Awful. I mean, Ice Cube is some kind of fun. Natasha Henstridge is hot as hell. It's early Statham, but it's just so bad. Too many fade in, fade outs.
Hold on.
It's like, fuck you.
We'll talk about all the movies. You'll do your pick, then I'll do mine, and then we'll talk about my side, I guess. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So we'll talk about Ghost of Mars here in a second. Trust me.
Yeah. Oh, just yeah.
But my number 24, because I have pictures, is this. Pro-life.
Wow, that is pretty close to being as bad as that.
I fucking hated Pro-life. He didn't want to direct it. It was so bad, and I didn't think it could be worse than his other one, the cigarette burns. But at least that one had some creative shit going on. This one was just bargain basement nonsense and fake political comments that didn't go anywhere. And Ron Perlman is a psychopath father.
Yes.
It is so bad. So this is number 20. Oh, here's our number 24. I can do this. All right. So your 24. Your least favorite is John Carpenter's Ghost of Mars. That I used to think that was my least favorite, but then I saw Pro-life.
Pro-life. I've never seen it before. I had heard of it. I was just like, I was dreading to watch it because I knew it was going to be some kind of political thing. And then it ended up being exactly what I thought it was going to be once you started getting into it. We're like, I was listening to the wrong God. And it's like, oh, it's one of those stories where the demon was talking to him. And that's why he does the things that he does. And it's just like, wouldn't you figure that out like midway when you're shoving a tube in the guy's butthole and sucking his insides out? Like, I thought it was a bit much. Like, it was a bit much.
Yes. It was, and it didn't go. I wish it was more just about that. But they had the first out of the 45 minutes. How long was it? 50 minutes?
Roughly 50. Yeah.
Or was it an hour?
I don't know. It was roughly 45 minutes, probably roughly.
Whatever it was, 80% of it was them just trying assault on Precinct 13 their way into the building. Into the
building. Yeah, exactly.
And that was it. And I didn't understand why it was like this CIA headquarters type building,
right? Yeah,
a local psychopath, and they don't just arrest him. None of it made any sense.
Right,
I hated it. I hated every aspect of it. All right, what's your number 23?
23 would be Dark Star, his first official film with Dan O'Bannon, where Adam and I kept referencing the nuttery of Dan O'Bannon and how he looked like a psychopath in the movie. And how, like, the worst thing for us would be, like, if Dan O'Bannon lived on our couch. Like, he'd be the kind of guy that'd be, like, would never leave the apartment. Like, he'd be like, I'm going to find a job tomorrow, I swear, man. I just need a couple of days to chill, if it's cool. Like, that's who Dan O'Bannon was. Even though he wrote some really good movies and he has a pretty good track record. But I think he had to have been that sort of fanboy that became a screenwriter type.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I'm sure he was really into, like, weird science and tells some EC comics from the 50s and all the.
Speaking of,
sure he was back in the day.
My favorite band, Murder by Death. I told you I contributed to their
Yes.
Whatever. I finally got the comic today.
Oh, nice. Look at that. That's very nice.
So they turned their song lyrics and they had like fans make.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, how do I show this? All right.
That's really cool. Well, that's neat.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
That's really neat. Yeah, that's cool. No wonder it took forever to make. That's really nice. That's a nice book.
So nice.
It's a nice setup.
Hardcover.
Yeah.
I didn't expect hardcover.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so nice. I'm so pleased. It was only 30.
Oh, that's about average. That's about what that would cost.
But then you get this, digital download and all that for the album too. So
sure, yeah, it's pretty good.
Definitely worth it. But you brought that up, so I thought I'd show it because it was right here.
Yeah, that's neat.
All right, so my number 23, Captain Voyeur.
Captain Voyeur.
If this were stretched out to a feature length and actually like not just a student film, I think I would like it a lot more, especially more than some things that are higher on my list.
Right? Yeah. Wow. You're gonna be surprised.
Not a terrible premise, but the only reason it's down there is because of the sound. It's a student film. What do you want to say? It's still not as bad as Pro-Life for me, though.
But you're not wrong.
No. But yeah. Is there anything else we really need? We just covered this a couple.
No, it's literally like a 5 minute, 11 minute, 9 minute short. 8 minutes. 8 minutes, if that.
8 minutes with hand drawn credits as well.
Yeah, it's to the point. It's done. It's like, you know what? Okay, I can see where John Carpenter would do this and get a job out of it. It's pretty fun.
Yeah. And I didn't rate it that low. It's just that it's a fucking 8 minute short. Like,
it's a short. Like, you can't judge a short.
All right. So, what is your number 22?
Memoirs of an Invisible Man.
Memoirs of an Invisible Man.
Terrible movie. Hated every minute of it. I never want to watch it again. It was a slog to get through. It's such an awful film, and I put it like right there, 22. And it's not even really a Carpenter movie because he was just doing it for a job because everybody wanted to fire him. He's just like, fuck it, I'll just finish the movie. Fuck it, I'm done.
Yeah. We talked at length about how much I can't stand Chevy Chase. Just can't.
And especially in this movie, he's unbearable in this movie.
He's unnecessary.
And so's Daryl Hannah.
I was literally just going to say that. Both leads are uninteresting. I don't give a shit if they could end up together and have all the kids in the world and happiness or die right then. I don't give a fuck which. I don't. If the house could burn and Michael McKean could walk outside and go, fuck those guys. I killed them. And I'd be
he's dead.
Is the movie about Michael McKean now? Because I'll watch him. I like
What
him.
about the guy that talks like this? I'm writing my book.
It's our new Frank voice, by the way.
What's going on over here? That's wonderful.
Oh, no. Frank can still be Shaq. That should be the Adam voice for no reason.
Oh, John Carpenter movie. Oh, that's fantastic.
Sounds nothing like Adam, but...
No, God, no.
But that's what makes it funny.
My least favorite John Carpenter movie is probably The Ward. What a terrible film.
Daddy. Again, that's just a voice that needs to say that word. Yeah. My number 22.
Show me your graphic.
It's coming. Boom. Goes to Mars.
Wow. Okay. All right. Yeah, that makes sense.
The music alone, all the early 2000s metal.
Oh yeah.
And it would start like as soon as the action scene started. It reminded me of it reminded me of Doom. But Doom's a video game, not a movie, by a filmmaker who knows how to make horror movies. And why the fuck were there so many movies set on Mars in that time? It's just the way Hollywood is.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. And Hollywood is dead.
Yeah,
we'll
Mission to Mars, Red Planet. You had so many of those fucking things.
Oh yeah,
and they're all like bam, bam, bam.
It's just Hollywood does that.
Shit. Mission to Mars isn't awful, but at least I had like a director behind it. John Carpenter didn't give a shit about Ghost of Mars. If you could feel it.
No, it's bad. It was real bad.
All right, so let's move on to number 21.
Pro-life for me.
Pro-life, okay, which we discussed.
It's terrible, worthless, and there's one thing that I liked more. I think my number 20 will put pro-life in its place. You'll understand why I put this number 20 above pro-life, because they kind of have a yin and yang to themselves. Because
what's
one is
the yin to pro-life's yang? Let me think about. Don't spoil it yet. But what would be the yin to pro-life's yang? Starman.
No.
Oh, okay. I'm curious. Let's continue.
Yep.
Okay.
What's your 21st?
My 21st is Dark Star.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
There's some stuff I kind of liked in it, but it was minimal. It was annoying in parts. I didn't hate it as much as Adam did. Like I said, there were certain things I didn't hate about it, and
right.
you're kind of digging deep to find them, but it is what it is. It's his first movie. I mean, come on. Nothing else I can say about it. We covered that in episode what?
Oh, years ago?
5.
3 years ago? Yeah.
That was episode 5. Yeah, that was. This is the 3rd year of this show, so yeah.
Yeah. Spaced Out Odyssey, The Mission of the Strange Love Generation, Dark Star. That just tells you it's a hippie movie. It's like, it's just totally hippified sci-fi movie. Which it kind of was, kind of wasn't. Like, I don't
Dan O'Bannon is the only hippie part of that.
Yeah, and he's like physically a hippie.
You remember he had a ball?
Oh, yeah, it's like 25 minutes of the movie is the fucking big old black ball from The Prisoner floating around.
Maybe I don't rate it lower because I don't remember a whole lot of it.
Probably.
I just kind of going off gut feeling and like how I remember feeling watching it more than I remember the details of it. Because this movie, I don't want to retain much from it.
Yeah.
I don't remember hating it. Right. Maybe I did, but the memories aren't there. All right, what do you got for number 20?
That's why you got to listen to the show again. You got to find it and listen to it tonight when you go to bed. Fuck that. I do a show. I'm done. I'm out. 20 for me, and this is the yin and the yang of pro-life, Captain Voyeur.
Okay.
It's his first short in his last movie, or his last short, basically, because it's not even a real movie. It was an episode. But I felt like that was the place for these two.
The Ward is his last movie.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I fucked up. Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, that's okay. That's why.
Actually, no, it makes sense because number 19 is the Ward. So it works. It makes sense.
So your number 20 is
Captain Voyeur.
Captain Voyeur, the short. Okay, we talked about that. My number 20. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Oh no, go for it. 19 or 20 for you.
My number 20.
Wow. Okay. That high. Look at that poster. That's
ridiculous. Like I said, it's not good, but I've watched it enough that I'm not, and I'm the one who was bitching about it more than you were when we were talking about it. But I still don't hate it. I can't hate this movie. I hate Chevy Chase and Daryl Hannah sucks, but Sam Neill saves this movie for me.
Well, you remember Red Letter Media's number? This is like in the middle. This is highly rated from them.
Oh, really?
So I was kind of shocked. Like it's like number 11 on their list. Memoirs of Invisible Man. I'm like, really? Yep. That one? Weird. That was your 11th pick? Like it was high up there. I think actually they both had it at 11.
I do have a very popular one of his movies coming up here. In a few.
All right. Yes.
One that I rate way lower than everyone else. But
wow. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. Give it to me.
A little bit of cheese in there.
Oh yeah.
Rich had Halloween lower. But
I think I know what it is.
Let's quickly say that we started this podcast with the ultimate goal. I mentioned it before we even started. We're gonna rank them like we always do this sort of shit, and then. I don't know, 10 episodes in, fucking Red Letter Media releases their rating of John Carpenter. Yeah. I'm like, come on. Like, what are the fucking odds? They never do that.
It was like 2 years ago, too.
I know, but it was way after we started.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
like, God damn it.
I mean, we can't really compete with them, and nor am I even going to try. But
God,
the point is, I was still like,
well.
I'm not really mad, but I'm like, oh, you sons of bitches. When I saw that, I was like, oh, come on.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
All right. What's your 19?
19. Captain Voyeur's 2019 is the Ward. So the yin and the yang of the Captain Voyeur. And there you go. It works better that way.
Literally the episode we did before this one.
Yes. And the Ward is whatever. It's not terrible. It's kind of a sad movie that he goes, it's kind of a whimper of an exit. But you know what? It's just the way it goes. I don't hate it. It's 19 more or less for Amber Heard's bitchiness.
Interesting. There's one movie I expected you to have a lot lower than you do, apparently. And it's my number 19. cigarette burns.
Oh, okay.
You seem to be very irritated by this one, from what I remember.
No, I like this poster. He looks like fucking Christopher Walken. It doesn't look like Udo Kier at all.
You like this one?
That's hilarious. Where did you find that poster?
Your posters I could.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good one. That is fucking hilarious.
Better than the movie is. It's not bad.
I don't remember him smoking a cigar.
I don't remember. No, he was.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah. When he gets killed, remember he was lighting a cigar, I believe.
Oh, was he? Okay. And he put his intestines in the projector.
Oh, God. That was great. See, there's some stuff in this I actually liked, which is why I like it a lot more than the pro-life one.
Right. Yeah, I do too.
I did like some things in Cigarette Burns, but it reminded me of a really shitty remake of 8mm. Just kept going, and it's way shorter. It's like half the length of 8mm, but it feels twice the length, like Udo Kier's intestines.
Well, it's like The Ninth Gate, that Johnny Depp movie where he's looking for the Book of the Devil. It's the same. It's basically it's the exact same movie. It's the exact same. It's only it's a film, not a book. So it's the same. It's the same. It's almost the same story.
I can't control how wide they are, so some of them are going to be wider than others.
Bookended by Udo Kier. We're bookending Udo.
All right, let's get rid of him. But yeah, Cigarette Burns. I didn't despise it, and there's some interesting visuals with that weird alien creature. I don't remember a whole lot about it, honestly, at this point.
It was an angel.
An angel, you say?
It was an angel who they cut his wings off. That's what it was. Remember?
All these memories? No.
Okay.
I don't remember.
I saw it twice, so that's why I remember.
Oh.
I thought I had it on DVD, but maybe I didn't buy it. It was at the thrift store for $1. I would have picked it up.
If I see it for 4K, I'll get it for you.
Maybe I got it. Oh, we're going to see 4K.
You can see how sleepy Norman Reedus is in 4K.
You killed your daughter. Your daughter's dead because of you.
I'm Daryl. I'm a shit and piss janitor in The Walking Dead for 3 seasons.
I get better. I'm a better actor as I get older, but it took time. But in this one, I'm a terrible actor because I'm still learning how to act.
That was back when he had the chubby cheeks. Oh, he's also an 8mm.
Is he really?
Yeah. You remember he goes, oh my God, he's in prison and he's mopping up.
Oh my God, no.
And Nick Cage talks to him and he's like, oh, that fucking bitch. I don't give a shit about her. Fuck her.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's 8mm, right?
I don't remember.
Oh, hold on. Norman.
Yeah, look him up. Norman Reedus.
8mm. Yeah, that's him.
Wow. Okay.
There he is.
There you go.
I was fairly certain it was, but I wanted to confirm it. Yeah, I was laughing, and I talked about it in our live show because on Walking Dead, he's a piss and shit janitor for like 3 seasons, and he looks older, obviously, but he does the exact same thing.
Wow, look at that! I forgot about that.
Wow, look how young he was and good looking. Man, the Boondock Saints feels like it's 50 years ago at this point, doesn't it?
The Boondock Saints ruined him so much.
God damn. It inflated both their egos, and they're both shit.
That Troy Duffy destroyed 2 lives.
3. Sean Patrick Flannery never recovered either.
That's what I mean. Yeah, I was thinking of Sean Patrick and Norman Reedus, but yeah, Troy Duffy's included, and you could probably include the dad, the comedian. What's his name? Connolly.
Bill Connolly.
Billy Connolly. Yeah,
Billy Connolly.
Who actually liked being on the movie. He was good in it.
He's great in it.
And so is Defoe. And Defoe did the sequel. Like he said, you know what? I like the first one. I like you. I'll do it.
He got to play
Troy Duffy.
He got to be ridiculous, which nobody ever wants to do, except for what's his name, Lars von Trier. Let me see your cock. Oh no! Oh no!
Beat your cock with a piece of wood. Do it right now, and you're gonna come blood.
All right, what are we on?
That's Antichrist. Watch Antichrist. You'll never get those images out of your head.
The very beginning, you see his dick going in. I go, oh no, I'm good.
I'm done.
Yeah,
that was all stunt. That was a stunt cock, though. I know that.
Because his cock was too big.
That was his excuse. I'm too big, Peter Parker.
All right, what's your number 18?
Body bags.
Interesting.
It's okay.
That low, huh?
Body bags is okay. I'm not I love him in it. I think he's the best part, but I think
he's the crypt keeper.
He's the Crypt Keeper.
John
I
Carpenter.
like the first story's good.
Yeah, great.
The second story's boring, and the third story's not very good. So it kind of cancels each other out. So but you get to see a really awful shot of Mark Hamill's taint in the third story. So you're like, oh no,
oh, is that the third? Sorry, I was thinking the hairpiece Stacy Keach one was the third story.
I think it's the second story. That's the middle one.
That's the one I'm saying. That one sucks.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's not Hell to Pay, is it? No, that was the Tales from the Crypt episode.
That's Tales from the Crypt. Sounds like
that one was fucking terrible.
Let me look up. You keep talking about body bags. I'm going to look it up.
No, body bags. It's the vignette one, and the in between. He's the Crypt Keeper, basically in the mortuary, and he's funny. And I don't get me wrong. I think that's the best John Carpenter ever has been on camera. And that's how I want to remember John Carpenter when he dies, is that character from Body Bags. He's having a lot of fun and he's goofy, and it was fun to watch. And then he just tells the story. Like, oh, look at this guy over here. Oh, he's almost being Beetlejuice. He's almost Beetlejuice level of campiness, which is fun. Yeah. And then but just the stories. The first one's good. It's very because Ted Raimi shows up and gets brutally murdered, and I think what's his name's in that one too? Your guy Parker Lewis Can't Lose. Is he in that one? Was Parker Lewis Can't Lose in that?
No.
Or am I confusing that with something else?
No, he's not. Peter Naughton's in it.
Yeah, Peter Naughton's in it. He lives.
Naughton.
Yeah.
Wes Craven, Peter Jason, Sam Raimi, Buck Flower. I'm looking at the cast right now. Just that.
Buck Flower. That's right. I gotta use you, pisser. Buck Flower.
Toby Hooper.
Yeah, that's right, Toby Hooper.
Robert Carradine.
Yes, that's
Peter
right.
Jason, obviously.
Robert Carradine was the murderer, was the psychopath. That's right. But no, I like the first story. Second story was the bad one, and the third story was like, he gets a new eye. It's like a murder eye, and he cuts his eye out at the end of the movie. It's just like, that was.
When he goes crazy on his wife, I was laughing.
Yeah, because Mark Hamill isn't a good actor, and he shouldn't go that route. So that's all. Yeah,
I don't not like Mark Hamill. I don't
know.
He's
fine. He's whatever. I don't care.
He's gotten a lot of fame off a movie that he wasn't really in control of. If that makes sense.
I didn't know that Kevin Conroy was gay, though. I just found that out not too long ago. Batman, the voice of Batman animated series.
Oh yeah.
Kevin Conroy is gay. I was like, oh, okay. Well, whatever. I just didn't know that. It's interesting.
Yeah, I found that out a few months ago. I feel.
Do you want me to put this in you, Alfred? Oh man. That's creepy.
There's some signs.
Now it makes sense. Now the whole Robin subplot kind of, this is weird. This isn't going to be awkward. But another thing I found out.
Yes.
I found the other Jason Patrick. I did not know this. Jason Miller was his dad, and his grandfather was Jackie Gleason. I did not know that.
That is crazy that they all have the same first initial and then very different last names. All three.
I think he changed his name because Jackie Gleason didn't love him. And I think he talked about that. He said he
never. That's why he's an alcoholic,
probably. And Jason Miller's dad was super alcoholic because he had fucking soft brain on Exorcist 3, and I guess he was a Pulitzer Prize winner. He was a writer too, Jason Miller. So I didn't know that. I didn't know Jason Patrick. That was his son. That's crazy.
I had no idea.
I didn't know. Yeah.
Yeah, really. Yeah, and I looked it up. I'm like, shit, yeah.
Yeah, I did not know that forever. I was just like, I was like, who the fuck is Jason Patrick? Why is he famous? Like, oh, that's why. And then now I know he was already in the business when he was a kid, so that's why.
It wasn't just Lost Boys.
Yeah, it wasn't just the power of the Lost Boys.
You know what? I'm amazed that saxophone guy from Lost Boys isn't doing tours.
He should be, especially now, because that's kind of a resurgence.
He's everywhere.
He's on the cover. I guess they did a comic book, Lost Boys, and he's on the cover because he's a major character in the comic book. Oh, because I guess he's a vampire hunter, and so that's why he's in town with the band. Vampires. The whole band is vampire hunters. They're vampire hunters. So that band is they're looking for Kiefer Sutherland.
That's a better story than what happens to the vampire band in From Dusk Till Dawn. Fuck you, everyone. Good night. Kill yourselves. What the fuck?
Fucking band. They had a good run.
Fucking band.
They knew it. They had a good run. You know what? I can go out on that one.
Mary had a little lamb. He literally sings that.
They'd have to find the snow.
Snow.
What is your 18th?
My 18th is, I thought it was going to be a lot lower, The Fog.
Right. That is pretty low, though. 18 is pretty low.
Pretty low, but also I kept saying, especially to Adam, how much I do not want to watch this movie.
You hate this movie.
I thought I did. I don't hate it as much as I remember hating it. I respected it. I'd say if I watch this twice more, I probably will like it.
Yeah, it's a simple movie. It's a simple ghost story. That's all it ever was supposed to be. And John Carpenter made it for the studio, and they gave him notes. And he said, "Okay, we'll do your notes." Because it was basically like a 70-minute movie, and they gave it 10 more minutes of just a storytelling at the beginning to set up the pirates. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty, and it was rated R for really no reason. It should be a G-rated movie. There's nothing.
There's no swearing. There's no violence, really. It's all in the fog and
just awkward sex between Jamie Lee Curtis and Troy Atkinson. Or Trey Atkinson. Trey Atkins, yeah.
Trace at
Trey. What's his name?
Trey Anastasia.
He's not even in the credit.
Let's get really far away from his name.
He's not even in the fucking poster.
No, you're talking about Tom Atkins, right?
Yeah, Tom Atkins. He's not even on the poster.
No, he also fucks the hot lady in the movie in Halloween 3.
Yes.
John Carpenter produced.
Yes.
I don't think he even knew what the fuck was happening with that movie.
He gets signed a piece of paper. We're gonna check. He goes, okay.
To be fair, if Halloween 3 was on our list, if he actually directed it, it would be a lot higher.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
People shit on it. It's a good movie. Sorry.
I think it's getting its due now. People are starting to realize, you know what? That would have been a good idea to make Halloween an anthology series not fucking Mike Myers 5,000 fucking times. Because that's what you got now.
So
Thank you, fanboys. Thank you. Thank you for everything you guys ruined. You guys bitch and moan about everything. And
if it was Halloween 2, which I also like.
Yeah.
And then Halloween 3, and it's different. And then everyone after that was very different. Fucking awesome series of movies.
Yeah.
What you have now is I can't tell you the difference in the series, in the Halloween movies. Paul Rudd's in one of them.
There's been basically 4 reboots of Halloween. 4! Like somehow rebooted and even tied into the first one. There's like 3 different trilogies tied into the first one. Where you're just like, why? Why? There's no point.
We're not talking about Halloween yet. Let's get to your number 17.
17 is Cigarette Burns.
Okay. We talked about that.
Yeah. And then that's
add to it while we're here.
Nah, what's your 17?
The Ward.
Okay, yeah.
Here's a poster you've probably never seen of The Ward.
That looks like that looks like Kate McKinnon doing an impression of Amber Heard.
Yeah, kind of. It looks not like Amber Heard.
No, it does not.
Yeah, it's. I've seen this movie 3 times now, I believe.
I've seen it twice.
Each time, I kind of like it a little more.
It's not a bad movie.
No,
it's not a bad movie. It's not.
You can tell he's not fully invested. You can tell, but with that being said, he still can direct really well in his sleep.
Yeah,
So you know what else? You can't really trash talk it that bad.
And like what John Carpenter's wife said, this is his chick flick because every director has a chick flick in their career.
Because they're females.
Yeah, because there's all the principal cast is female. Like Death Proof. Quentin Tarantino's chick flick is Death Proof.
Yeah, I will say you expect that sort of shit with these kind of movies where the staff's all rapey. And and they do all that, but no, he doesn't do that. There's none of that. He's a little mean because that's he's literally playing a character in the reality of the movie. So that's when they cut to reality later in the movie at the very end. He's super nice.
Yeah,
and he's clearly playing a role. They don't do the rapey shit. They don't do any of that.
Yeah, and even they give the nurses. You see how they're reluctant to do this. They don't want to do what they're doing, but they have to because she's fucking nuts. Like she's gonna hurt them. Yeah. Same thing.
Same thing. Okay, so that's my number 17. What's your number 16?
Village of the Damned.
Interesting.
Because I've seen pieces of it. I still haven't watched it all the way through.
Oh yeah,
I still haven't. So I just put it here in the middle because it's just I don't know where to put it. But I figured it's after Mouth of Madness. It's before Ghost of Mars, so it's kind of the bad decline for Carpenter. And I just figured this was a work for hire project, and Christopher Reeve's in it, which is kind of funny. And I just never. I mean, I get the gist of it. I've seen him not thinking about the bomb and then thinking about the bomb and then blowing up at the end. Yeah. I've seen all that. But and the beginning was neat. I like the beginning. The opening is eerie, and how everyone's knocked out. Everybody wakes up pregnant. There's some funny stuff in there.
It was the exact same thing that happens in WandaVision, if you ever watched that.
Right, yeah.
The town's taken over. They can't there's a weird line they can't cross, otherwise they're off. And they're like, all right. Kirstie Alley's in it for some fucking reason.
Right. That's who the girl was, Kirstie Alley.
I just remember that. I remember her standing there like, she's so boring. But
I can't cross the line. I was a Vulcan in Star Trek.
I will say this about Village of the Damned. We got a while till it's on my list.
Really?
Oh, yeah. You know, we do have coming up here at number 16 for my list. The one I said is going to be far lower than everyone else.
Wow. That's almost, wow. This is
number
controversial.
16.
This is real controversial.
Here's the thing.
Big Trouble in Little China.
I love this movie growing up.
Right.
I watched this since it came out, since I remember movies. And I remember liking it. And then I watched it when we did this show. It was episode 12. I have these written down as well. This is episode 12. And Adam was like, oh, this is a great movie. You're so excited. And I'm like, sorry, man. I didn't like it. I've seen this movie 1,000 times. And this time it just drove me crazy. I was very irritated the entire way through. No and I have no explanation beyond that.
That's fine.
I don't know.
I'm just amazed this hasn't been remade. I'm really amazed that no one has made a sequel to this movie. Nobody has they've tried to remake it, but it's never happened. Like, this is a prime, like, Hollywood redux that could happen next year. Like, this needs to come out as a remake and just go balls to the wall with starring The Rock, The Rock and Chris Pine, or not Chris Pine, but Chris Pratt.
Oh, yeah.
This is like Chris Pratt level action movie that he could do.
But a 92-year-old James Hong, because he's still alive. Just got to
bring him back. He'll just be sitting he will have no makeup. He'll be the same character in the wheelchair. Oh, girl with green eyes.
He won't be acting this time.
Or he'll be checked into a psych ward, whatever comes first. Come on, Egg. I love Kurt Russell in that movie. It's the best.
I think that's part of what
Kurt Russell's so much fun. It. You didn't like Kurt Russell in that movie?
No, I love Kurt Russell, but I was watching it and I'm like, I just don't care. I don't care about. I'm annoyed. Everything's super shrieky and loud, and I just don't care.
They really thought this was going to be John Carpenter's blockbuster event movie, and it didn't make any money. It was just like all his other movies. And he goes, I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
because like you watch every interview with him about this movie, he goes, everybody, like all the media people, when they were doing press for this movie, were saying, how does it feel to have the biggest movie of the year? And he's just like, I don't know. Is it going to be the highest grossing movie of the year? I don't think so, but we'll see. And it wasn't. Like, he just bombed out like everything else he does. I think the highest grossing movie he's ever has is like $47 million.
Halloween.
Like, Halloween is it. Yeah, that's it. That's his biggest movie.
That's his only hit, I think.
Like, his only big movie. Well, they all made money.
Like, they all made
hit money, but were hits to a degree, but not like blockbuster zeitgeist, Spielberg size, successes. He could make a movie and probably make a $20 million profit on it, whereas Spielberg could make $150 million to $300 million profit. That's the difference. That's the thing. And it's too bad because John Carpenter was a good director, and his movies are good.
Oh yeah,
it's just
we're doing a fucking show about him, so yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Time heals all wounds, and I think now he's essentially gotten to where he's going to be on that pantheon of like best filmmakers, and because he's older now, he's basically done. He'll be dead in 5 years if he's lucky, or maybe not because he smoked so much. Maybe the smoke has preserved him in such a way that he'll live another 30 years.
He's going to literally become the Crypt Keeper like he was in Body Bags.
Yeah, in 2040, he's going to be like, I'm going to do another movie. And what the fuck? I thought he was dead. John Carpenter's new movie, Cigarette
Man.
Cigarette Man. But actually, my so your 16 was that. My 15 is going to be controversial.
Oh, can I guess?
You can guess.
Are you going to say Escape? No, you're not going to say Escape.
No, I'm going to say Halloween.
Okay, that was my next guess. That was actually my first guess, and I went, no, that's too obvious.
No, Halloween is not. I don't have any really love for that movie. I think it's fine. I don't get it. Like, to me, Halloween is the first of 5 billion movies that have come out that are exactly the same. So in a way, this is John Carpenter's curse on the world, because every fucking director who had a camera and some money, they all went and did slasher movies. Like, we have literally 70 million slasher movies, and they're all the same, all low budgets, and they all make money because they're so low budget, but they're all the same movies, and I've seen them so many times. Like, how many times can you see a titty shot and a blood shot and a knife shot in the same 25 minutes of film, where it's just like, okay, next. Yes. What else can we do?
Well, he was way ahead of the curve on that one.
Granted, yes, but it's boring. It's a boring movie. Okay. Not much going on in Halloween. A lot of just a guy in overalls with a Captain Kirk mask coming behind a bush, stepping out of a bush. Behind the bush, over here. He's in the parking lot. He's looking at her through the car parking lot, and then he's gone. Oh my God! And now we had to revisit this. We had to revisit Jamie Lee Curtis 4 fucking times now with the same character. So thank you, but no thanks. I'm sick of these movies.
You know what the worst scene in the first one is? Is when Annie goes out to the laundry room in the back. And it's like a good 8 minutes of watching her get stuck in a fucking window somehow. And you're like, who gives a shit? Why are we still watching this? And the kid comes out there and, that part, I don't disagree that it is slow. It depends on if that's your style or not. And that's my style. So I'm fine with it. But
no, I don't mind a slow movie. Like, I love Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. That's as slow as they get, that movie.
I watched that twice, the first 25 minutes, and I was like, I'll finish this later. Never came back to it.
Never came back. I love that movie. I've seen that movie 5 times probably. I love that movie.
To be honest, wasn't bored. I was just like, it's getting late. Like, all right, I'll finish, and I just never want to come back to it.
Oh, the cast is when what's his name? Bane comes into the movie. I want out of the circus. I want out of it. I don't want to sit with you lots. You guys are shit. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be a spy. It's hilarious. It's a great movie. And then
number 15.
Number 15. Is it my turn?
My turn. You just went Halloween.
That's right. Yeah, you with your graphics.
Oh, this way.
Wow, that low.
Yeah, this is what you said about Halloween. Just copy paste for me.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
See, that's where Halloween works for me, and this one doesn't, because Halloween, I know what's happening. It's simple enough. This one, I'm like, why is any of this happening? And if the point is, it doesn't matter that it's chaos. I wasn't entertained by the chaos. For me, no, just not no. I shouldn't say it, but I honestly like the remake more.
I still like that sexy robot girl.
Oh God, that is the worst actress I've seen in a long time.
You never saw her again, because I don't think she was in anything else after this. I think she was in like a soap opera, maybe, and maybe another movie, and never saw her again.
Like, you almost expect like a deleted scene on the DVD where someone has to go and change her batteries, and like she's that dead in that movie.
This sex bot needs to charge.
I wish the movie was as good as this poster is.
Because none of the gang members really have guns. They all just have pipes and baseball bats and knives, and they get blown away every time they come to the window.
Well, it starts off, the gang has all these weapons, and then all of them are gone when they're in close contact, and they're rushing because they blow bats, and you're like,
they used other bullets. They shot every single bullet they had. And like, oh fuck, man, Kmart's closed. It's late. Get the bats. Get the pipes. Let's go, man. Fuck it. They're out of bullets
and run down a hallway like fucking lemmings and just get mowed down by a lady.
Love it. I thought it was hilarious. I love it.
There's stuff I like in it. I don't hate it. That's why it's in the middle for me.
But also this was one of the last John Carpenter movies I ever watched. I never saw this movie before, so I don't have any nostalgia connection to it. So I think just as a visceral first experience, I enjoyed it a lot. I thought, oh, this is actually a lot of fun. So I really liked it.
Yeah, I watched this in late middle school, early high school, when I watched a lot of movies. Like all my classic movies, that's the era I watched them in, like Taxi Driver, which I also think is vastly overrated.
It is.
I watched that and I'm like, I don't give a shit. I like the filmmaking and then the acting, but
would you prefer New York over Taxi Driver?
100%.
Wow, there you go. That's a statement.
Like, I think it's twice as good as Taxi Driver.
Wow, yeah, there you go. Yeah. I still need to watch that one too, though. That's the one I haven't watched.
I don't want to overhype it. For me, it works a lot better than Taxi Driver. I wouldn't say everyone's gonna like it or love it or even like it, honestly. But for me, yeah. Scorsese is another guy we could do a podcast on, honestly.
Well, sure, yeah. But I think my favorite part of Taxi Driver is that the senator's name is Paul Patine, which is hilarious. It's like, wait a minute, he's the fucking emperor, but that movie's not out yet. What's going on here? Yeah, his name's Paul Patine. It's kind of funny. It's like, is that where the name came from?
That's funny. Yeah, I know.
Apparently, Paul Schrader invented the emperor.
All right, what is your number 14?
I'm gonna tell you something right now, man. I'm not a drug addict. I'm a clean, sober man who loves 18-year-old girls. It's Elvis Aaron Presley.
We finally have our first match.
Wow, there you go.
Number 14's all around.
Yeah.
I'm amazed. I thought yours was gonna be lower, honestly, or lower. Meaning 20 somewhere around there.
14. I didn't hate it. I appreciated what you're trying to do with it. I think it was probably this is probably Carpenter's most successful movie because as a TV film, it was a huge hit. So, I mean, I would almost say, like, is this the biggest thing John Carpenter's ever done? Which is kind of sad if that's the case.
No, definitely Halloween.
Well, yeah, Halloween definitely is.
You can't deny it because Halloween's made him so much money.
Well, I think now, though, with video and everything, I think The Thing and Big Trouble in Little China and They Live, New York, Safe for New York, all those movies have since made him tons of money. I think those have been probably made way more on home video than we'll ever know because Hollywood will never tell you how many videos they sell. They will never tell you that number because it's a tax thing. They will never reveal it, ever.
They might lie about their Back to the Future makes its money back.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the thing. It's like such bullshit.
Such bullshit.
I can't pay you your money because we still have to make $500 million on it.
Really? You made the budget back with toys alone. Fuck you.
Right. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Yeah, but that's ancillary. That's not your contract. That's not what you signed up for.
The budget of the film. You don't still paying royalty, and you're like,
yeah, it's you fucker. Fuck you.
Basically, they didn't pay their catering bill, so therefore they can't really announce that they're in the black. Right, yeah. They pay that, which we're not going to because that company went defunct. And you're like,
30 years ago.
You. They find some loophole.
When Warner Brothers said Harry Potter 4 was actually lost money, you're like, oh, go fuck yourself. Like, go fuck yourself.
But you made
those movies
more.
Those movies made $55 billion in profit, and you're not gonna talk about those movies. You made enough money to build a fucking theme park. So fuck you piece of shit.
Fucking no, Elvis though. Since we're both on here,
yeah,
I liked it. I wish it wasn't so cleaned up. I wish it was more honest. I wish it was more about his downfall because I think it's vastly more interesting and more I think it's a better tale, like a warning tale of this is what happens when massive, like you think it's all glitz and glamour, but he was fucked up. Like he was a fucked up man.
He had issues,
and here's what happened.
Yeah, this poster makes it look like a gay porno, though.
Oh, it does,
especially in the corner there with him and his leather.
Yeah, right here on the left here.
Hey man, I'm on a leather suit, man. Do me. Come on, Al Pacino, put your fist in me. Just not cruising.
Not the best of poster, but the new Elvis movie, nobody's gonna see.
I made $100 million, I think. It did okay. Yeah, it made money. Though? Probably 150.
Baz Luhrmann's expensive. I don't know.
Baz Luhrmann's not cheap. I think worldwide probably did okay. But those the only music biopic to make a bunch of money was Bohemian Rhapsody, and that movie sucks. Because it's just so saccharine. It's just saccharine, and all it is it's all basically the Queen music put in, but it's like not done in an interesting way. It's just done in like, oh, this is when they made this album, this is when they recorded this record, and you follow it chronologically as they're doing it. It's like, oh, and then like he does, it's all lip sync. He didn't do any singing, so him for getting the Oscar for pretending to be Freddie Mercury is just annoying. It's just whatever. We'll talk about that too in Hollywood is Dead.
And Bryan Singer won't admit that he's gay.
Well, Bryan Singer will has to be human first.
He's going to take a lot of secrets to his grave. He's one of those guys.
He's gone now. He's gone forever, and they destroyed him.
We'll get to that. Let's be honest.
We'll get to that in Hollywood is Dead.
All right, so
number 13.
Number 13.
Ooh, maybe
I'm going to bet this one matches again.
Someone is watching me.
Oh, no, we didn't.
Wow, really? This is this other TV movie with Laura Hutton and Adrienne Barbeau playing a lesbian in a 1978. A lesbian? Playing a character that's a lesbian, but you know what? Not a big deal. It's just whatever. Actually, you wouldn't even know.
Here's
you wouldn't
the thing.
even care.
I forgot that's a part of it.
But I just think it's funny.
She's a TV producer, right?
Yeah.
Something like live news producer, if I remember.
And she's being stalked by some guy, and she has got a boyfriend who comes to the picture, and he kind of protects her, but then
dies immediately.
Did he die? I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure. Here's the thing. I don't remember the details. I remember enjoying it.
It's a good movie. Yeah, it was actually really well done for a TV movie in the 70s. I enjoyed it. I would say, I liked it better than the Elvis one because it was shorter and it was to the point, and Laura Hutton was kind of sexy in it, and Adrienne Barbeau has a weird sexiness to her where she's just got the biggest tits in the world, yet the butter face of a lifetime.
Man.
Like she's got a butter face.
Meg Foster.
Yeah.
Where it's like the most beautiful eyes on the ugliest face. And Adam had a thing for her in They Live, and I'm like, other than the eyes, I just can't get past that mug.
Yeah,
it is a whole meal of face right there. She's like the Robert Zadar. I don't know.
She's a whole meal of face.
I'll talk about my thoughts on Someone's Watching Me when we get to it.
Okay, yes. What's your number 13 then? And I'm curious.
My number 13.
Starman. Wow. That high. I'm kind of shocked. I'm surprised this didn't make your top 10.
So that low, you mean?
Yes.
Think about it. Yeah, high.
I know.
I just want to
make sure. That poster, though. The poster looks better than the movie.
Vampires is a movie I've seen. I don't even know how many times. Probably close to 10, honestly. And I liked it the least the last time I watched it.
Every time you watch it, it gets worse for you.
Yeah, a little bit. But part of it's James Woods and how jokey he tries to be, and he's failing miserably at it. His funniest role is Lester in Casino, and it's not him doing it. It's how pathetic he is in that movie. That's what makes it work. He's not being cool. James Woods' performance in that movie kind of ruins a lot of vampire stuff.
I love Vampires just for James Woods.
Yeah, you and Adam love that aspect of it.
Yeah, I'm a bigger James Woods fan than you, but
I like James Woods.
I like his movies. He's good in everything. I think he's specialist. He chooses scenery wonderfully in that.
See, here's the thing: we agree on all of those, and as the man as a whole, I like James. I don't like him in this because he's trying to act like he's 20 and like a cool.
Right? Yeah. But I think that was the joke.
57 years old.
I feel like that was almost as a parody. Like it's almost satirical. Like that's the joke, and he gets it. He's in on the joke, which is why he's doing that. I don't know. It just feels that way to me. But I don't know. You're not wrong, but yeah, because a lot of people I don't think like this movie. I think this is one of those. You just gotta have you gotta be in it all the way before it even starts, really.
Well, let's do a comparison real quick, because there's another vampire movie where a guy's super cool in it, but he isn't trying to act super cool. It's George Clooney in From Dusk Till Dawn.
Right.
He's not trying to act cool. He actually is trying to act aloof and doesn't give a shit, and it works because he's not fucking trying, and he's not feeding his own ego as an actor. He's just like he's there to do a role, and he does it perfectly. Right. James Woods feels like he's just trying to That's what I see when I watch him in the movie.
No, you're not wrong. I would say you're not wrong, but yeah, I get it. But you gotta watch Full Tilt Boogie, the documentary on the making of. Did you see that? Okay, it's on the DVD. That's a great documentary about the making.
Attached to the movie.
I need to rewatch that. It's been a while.
It's fun. It's better than the sequels. I do like From Dusk Till Dawn 2 Texas Blood Bunny though with Robert Patrick.
Yeah, Robert Patrick's funny
because they're in the hotel room. Him and the guy. I believe it's that guy who plays Mr. Brown on Reservoir Dogs. Is that him?
Yes, I think you're right.
And he's like, He's like, why are you watching this? It's like they're watching the porno in the hotel room, and then he's like, when I care more about the story, I care more about the fucking. And they're sitting there watching like the story part of the porno. That part always made me laugh. What is your number 12?
I don't know if this will surprise you or not. Starman,
okay.
Number 12. I enjoyed it. It's a nice movie. It's the romantic comedy. Well, it wasn't really a comedy, but it's the romantic.
It is comedy.
It's Definitely. A comedy. It's some funny parts. But it's basically, you listen to the commentary, and John Carpenter, what a sweetheart. Like, he comes off as a really, like, endearing guy who just could never get a break with the success because he was just like, I thought this was going to be a bigger movie. It did okay. We did okay. It did okay. But it would never he never had that breakout hit that would make him like a giant director, which, I consider him to be on par with Spielberg and, definitely Joe Dante. Those guys, he's better than them, I think.
Oh,
and Joe Dante
fucking sucks.
Joe Dante gets way too much credit for Gremlins and The Howling. And
Spielberg made Gremlins, and then suddenly Spielberg wanted nothing to do with Gremlins.
Gremlins 2's fun. I like Gremlins 2.
Yeah, Joe Dante fucking mastered Gremlins 2.
That one's good, but everything else he's done is like, eh.
He's done a couple good things overall. Yeah, he's more of he reminds me of more like a what's his name? Lloyd Kaufman version of what's his name? Oh my god, I'm blanking on names just as I was saying it. You know what? Fuck it. It doesn't matter. Sorry, what was your number 12? Oh, Starman. I think Starman made more money because it was really hitting during the VHS era.
Right.
Rentals. I remember a lot of Starman movies when I was at the video store. And that was way after it came out.
Right. And you also, the TV show you watched, you kind of liked the show.
Yeah. The show was, I liked it better than the movie, even though I did like the movie quite a bit.
Yeah. It's an enjoyable movie. I like it.
But the movie was, the show rather, is what I wanted from the movie.
Right.
I just think Jeff Bridges is a little too silly in the movie. It either works for you or doesn't. For me, it was kind of 50-50 depending on the scene. I like the movie Starman. It's actually higher on my list.
Okay, yeah.
Higher, yeah, this is my number 12. It's gonna be not there we go. Sorry, it wasn't going.
Wow, that high.
Yeah, a lot of it is because a large section of the movie is that first story, which I really did enjoy. And I'm not judging the third. I'm not judging the third section at all, the Tobe Hooper one.
Right.
So I'm just going off his and Hair, and I love a lot of Hair, mostly the actors. The story is so fucking stupid, but it's more of a vibe I get when I watch it. Him doing his little keeper thing. I like watching that. And I don't know. I like sitting back and just watch. I also really enjoy anthology stuff, clearly. So that's probably why it's higher than it should be. I remember watching this on the VHS back in the day. I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, the only one I have a memory of is the Stacy Keach Hair one, though, like from childhood. I remember watching that. And I was like,
right, yeah.
I also have a sweet spot for anthology stuff, like I said. So that's
good
for me.
Yeah.
What is your? This is our last one of this episode. What's your number 11?
Christine, the car movie. Christine.
Wow, that low, huh?
Yeah, well, I figured Christine is like on the periphery of what he does best. It's kind of like when you look at his work, this is the one kind of outlier that's different in that period when he was making like Escape from New York, The Thing, They Live. Christine's in the middle of that. So Christine, it's a good movie. I like Christine, but I like other movies better than Christine.
Yeah. See, this is the part of the list where we're going to go. I really enjoyed this movie. Like, Like vampires, I really do enjoy that movie. As much as I was giving it shit for James Woods, I can watch that movie anytime.
Right.
But now we're getting to the point where it's like these ones are way better for me. Like these are just great movies. I watch these all the time.
Right. Yeah.
So now we're getting to that point. Okay, so Christine, I thought I would be the one that have the lowest.
Yeah.
Because I think I remember when we did this review, Adam loves this movie. I didn't love it nearly as much as he. I was kind of annoyed with some of it, but I still really enjoyed the movie.
Right.
It's a Stephen King movie. Come on, you gotta love certain. Again, Ace 50s.
Right. Yes. Exactly.
Yes. My number 11 we just talked about. And
yeah, that's good.
I want to put in the top 10, but I couldn't. Which means I know one movie that's in both of our top 10s that really shouldn't be. And it involves the city of Los Angeles, but we'll talk about that on the next episode.
Yes.
So that is 24 through 11. Let me get to Adam's list. What I think Adam would say. I have 24 as Dark Star because he fucking hated that movie. 23, I think he would hate Mars and Invisible Man.
Yes.
22, I have as Ghost of Mars. 21, Captain Voyeur. 20, I could be horribly wrong on, but I'm going to go with the whimsical part of it and say 20, I have as Starman.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good point.
I could be way off on that.
I think he would have been, against you. That's stupid. Fucking love story, stupid.
But it involves an alien, and it doesn't go sci-fi though. So that's what I'm saying. It's really, that was the one I was like really debating.
I think you talked about how you didn't like Starman though.
I think so.
I'm gonna have to go back into the archives and listen to some old episodes. And
again, I'm going off memories, from years ago at this point when I was drunk to go to them. But number 19, I have Lord. 18, Escape from LA.
Oh, he hated Escape from LA. He did not enjoy that movie. That one he does not like.
17, Pro-Life. It was probably too preachy for him.
Yeah.
16, Cigarette Burns. Just playing it safe. Just going to group those together.
I thought he watched Cigarette Burns with us.
Yeah, he did.
He was there for that, yeah.
That
was the one that I was excited to show him because he had never seen it. And I was like, I'm kind of curious what you're going to think about this movie.
Number 15, I have Someone's Watching Me. Number 14, I have is Elvis. 13, Village of the Damned. 12, Body Bags. And 11, I'm probably wrong on. But this was just a random guess because I had to put it somewhere. Assault on Precinct 13 for number 11 for him.
See, I feel like that would have been his top 5.
Yeah, I had to make some picks here. Because I know his basic top 5. So I probably should put that higher, but I put it where I put it. I already said it.
Well, it makes sense too, because that's the beginning of his career. It's before Halloween, and he's more of a Halloween guy. So I would say, it's probably an accurate spot. I think he would probably like Halloween more than Assault on Precinct 13, obviously. Halloween would he be his top 3, I think. Definitely.
I just realized I didn't change my name from Twilight Zone, so
it doesn't matter.
I did this.
There you go. We got some problems in Little Phoenix.
I forgot. So, let's get over to the next podcast here. And on the live stream, we're going to take about a 5-minute break. Sound good? But it will be on the next podcast. We cover our 10 through 1. Until next time, anytime, Phoenix West.
Dig it.
So long, citizens. So long, John.
So long, John.
So long, John.
Honora.
Cigarettes.
I think
I want for both of us. We're both former smokers.
I'm already a former. Fuck you.
Where?
Don't be a quitter, fucking bitch.
I don't think he knows you can quit smoking. Do you think he's even aware?
No.
What do you mean?
No, the cigarette company owns me. I can't stop. The cigarette company owns me. I can't do it. I just signed a contract.
Yeah,
that was a movie deal, John. That wasn't for cigarettes.
Oh, well, they paid me in cigarettes. I assume it was a deal with the cigarette company.
Oh, fuck. I got paid 75,000 cartons of Milwaukee Lights. It's a cigarette brand doesn't exist anymore.
Oh wow, I just know that as a beer.
Yeah, I don't know. I made it up. Chesterfield's probably the best one.
Chesterfields.
75,000 packs of Chesterfield to do Halloween and Halloween 2. I got fucked.
All right. Let's go take that 5-minute break there. I just want to go to the bathroom, honestly.
Yeah, you might want to reboot because you're kind of going in and out a little bit toward the end here.
Okay.
So maybe we can reconnect and get a better connection. Maybe I don't know.
All right, let's take a little break here, and I'll see what I can do in the meantime.
Cool. I go pee.
Here's Matthew Lillard.
Be right back. Hello.
Let's get rid of Matthew Lillard there. Let's switch our back now.
Now you're kind of coming in really bad.
Oh, God. Hold on.
I don't know what's going on here.
Any better?
A little bit. We'll probably get through the top 10 this way.
Turn off my Wi-Fi on my phone. If that helps at all. Sucking up that Wi-Fi juice. Now let's change the background. Ooh, look at that.
Oh my God. He's at a synthesizer looking like an old woman.
There we go. We are live and recording. Phoenix West over here.
Dick it over there.
Welcome. We are finishing off our John Carpenter list here. We finished 24 through 11. Now let's do our top 10 here. Let's continue with the same bullshit. I'm going to delete some of my notes. You want to go with your number 10 here? What is the last of your top 10 here? Number 10.
Controversial number 10 is The Fog.
Wow, okay.
Because I feel like The Fog is, we're getting into this, the 1980. It's right after Halloween. It's the beginning of the John Carpenter craze of the 80s, where he made all of his best movies. So it's the beginning of, it really is the beginning of that launching pad where he ruled and nobody cared because nobody saw these movies.
No, he's teaming back up with, what's her name?
Yeah, Jamie Curtis,
Tom Atkins,
Barbeau, Tom Atkins, and John Houseman for a intro that the studio asked for because the movie is literally 80 minutes long. It is a very short ghost story, and it's effective. I like it. I think the problem with you is you saw the remake, or you haven't seen the remake.
I saw the remake.
The remake is like one of the worst movies ever made.
The remake is bad. The remake is
it's really bad. Yeah, it's like terrible bad.
The remake actually explained more, but that's part of what makes the original better. Is they don't really go into a whole lot of detail. The remake's like she's the queen of the lady or something, like the lady's, and she was dead the whole time. Like, what? She just came back to this town out of nowhere, and it just added on so much unnecessary bullshit.
Right.
Let it be Ghost. I actually like the Simpsons version of this better, where it turns people inside out for a few seconds there. And that
was that was a better movie. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. My number 10. Boom.
Wow, that high or that low?
Yeah, I actually can't believe it's in both of our top 10s.
Well, we'll get to one. Well, I'll tell you why. It's nostalgia. I really like this movie a lot. When I saw it in the drive-in, literally at a drive-in, I saw this movie in a drive-in when it came out in 1996. Double billed with Independence Day, and I remember Striptease was on the other screen, so we were kind of going back and forth trying to see Demi Moore's titties, and then Will Smith blowing up the spaceship. So back and forth. Escape from LA was just it's just a fun movie. It's not a serious movie. It's a tongue-in-cheek. The problem with Escape from LA,
same movie,
is the visual effects.
Oh yeah, The submarine is so adorable.
The CGI is so bad it ruins the movie. It's like if you just cut that stuff out, it's actually fine. Like you don't need those shots. Like you don't need that. Just have him go into the tube, and he gets out, and he's in LA, and that's it. And he goes and he kills Robert Carradine or David Carradine, really, or Richard Carradine, one of the fucking Carradines. He kills him right away. Hey, one eye, and he shoots him in the face.
I actually think the movie would be a lot better received and remembered if they got rid of one scene. And you know what I'm talking about. If they just got rid of the...
Oh, right. Check it out, Snake. Ah!
Jimmy does a double take. That scene is so bad. And it's like he was trying to outdo himself with how schlocky would they let me do a scene right now? He's going to surf down the... was it down the Hollywood River?
Yeah, it's Tsunami Snake. Tsunami.
Yeah, Peter Fonda's in it, and
terrible.
Oh, I do like Che, the bad guy in the movie.
Yeah, he was fine. I love the
play basketball.
The Pat Robertson, Cliff Robertson president, who's great in it. I gotta go to my quarters. I need to pray. And when he has the box, like take out the world, and good old Kurt Russell Snake Plissken turns the world off. He goes, "You win, they lose.
Yeah,
they lose, you win," or whatever. He goes, "More things change, the more stay the same. Just how about we all just go back to nothing?" And he just takes everybody out. It's beautiful.
Turns off the satellites.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? That's how Snake Plissken would have ended it, and that's a good way to go. I wish they would have done a third movie. I really do, because he can still do it. Kurt Russell could do it. Maybe get his son involved. Have Oliver Hudson in it, or Oliver Wyatt, or whatever his name is.
I want like Kurt Russell from Hateful Eight, though.
Yeah, I think he could do it. I think it's not a. And John Carpenter doesn't have to direct it, but I think John Carpenter should like sign off on it and do the music. Obviously,
I think he should direct it.
I would love to see him direct it. To go out on that movie would be beautiful.
It's the only
maybe not write it. Yeah, maybe not write it. Have someone else write it, and he can direct it. Because basically, be like he can just go, put the camera over here.
He's sitting around like, escape from Chicago. I don't know. Just another
escape
city,
from Earth, you fucking idiot. Goes New York, L.A., Earth.
Yeah, it's I really do enjoy this movie. They replace Lee Van Cleef with Stacy Keach.
Well, because he's dead.
They replace Donald Pleasance with Cliff Robertson.
Yes.
Who's vastly more American than British President Donald Pleasance was in the original.
Yes,
but
I accept the sacrifice.
A good chip, Puma Man. That's the MST3K episode, Puma Man.
You're the Duke, number one.
It's Puma Man. All right, so what is your number 9?
Number 9 is vampires.
Wow.
I put it in the top 10. I think Vampires is fun for the reasons I stated. It's just a goofy, fun movie. John Carpenter enjoyed making it, and you feel it, and it's a fun movie, and I wish more people would see it, enjoy it, and embrace
it. They do have on HBO Max Vampire Los Muertos with John Bon Jovi.
Yeah, one of the worst direct-to-video sequels ever made. It's awful.
It's amazing.
So bad. It's so
I want to watch
terrible.
it, but I just can't bring myself to do it.
It's just boring. It's boring. Yeah,
I saw it when it came out.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen it since then.
I remember renting that movie with my buddy Marco because we loved vampires. And we're like, oh, this is a sequel to Vampires, which is fucking great. And we're just like, what the fuck is this?
I wasn't sure if you meant the movie Vampires or just vampires as a horror villain.
I love every vampire movie ever made.
With those Twilight movies, man.
Oh, Twilight movies fucking great. Robert Pattinson, fucking hard on.
God damn.
All day long.
Yeah, vampires. Okay. We talked about it at length. So
yeah.
I'll move on to my number 9, which we have not talked about yet.
Oh.
Delete my number 10 here. Number 9.
Wow. Yeah, I realized I figured it would be number 9 because you didn't like this movie at first. But it's growing on you slowly.
It is growing on me.
Yeah.
the more I haven't even rewatched it. I only watched it that once.
Yeah.
But the more I think about it, the more I like it.
Yeah, I really like Prince of Darkness a lot. I think it's one of his most underrated movies. And it's just, I think it's getting, with time, it's becoming a bigger movie. People are starting to discover it and say, like, yeah, it's actually pretty interesting stuff in that movie. It's neat. It's a neat horror film. There's a lot of, it's really scary. It's a scary, bleak movie. I know that's why you don't like it, because you don't like those bleak, existential, we can't do anything about it, we're all fucked movies, where it's just like there's nothing you can do to change it. So what do we care? It's over. You know, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that.
It is. But you know, depending on the movie, if I can ignore that or not. The more time goes on, the less I'm thinking about it. So it's probably why it's climbing the ranks a little bit. But I remember they also have the robot lady, a different robot lady from Assault on Precinct 13 shows up in this movie.
This is true.
All the characters are forgettable, and I'm like, I can't tell who's who because they're all generic white people.
Well, except for the Chinese man.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's like
the overacting Chinese man.
And they're dead, and I'm like, I don't know who that was. I don't.
And Alice Cooper.
See, none of that. Oh yeah, he was the homeless man.
Alice Cooper, the king of the homeless people.
See, that's the stuff I like. That's the part I'm like really thinking about and loved. All that stuff.
And prevalent to this day. You go to LA. You go to LA right now. There's homeless people fucking everywhere. It's like fucking Prince of Darkness. Prince of Darkness has become a reality in LA because there's literally homeless people everywhere you go, and they're going to stab you with a bicycle and leave you hanging. Much like
Alice Cooper lives out here in Phoenix. You can go see his house.
He does. You can see his house. You can go get a hot dog at his hot dog stand. He's got like a restaurant. He's got like a hot dog restaurant or something.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like a sports bar in Phoenix, something like that.
Should check that out sometime.
He's got like a 12-inch hot dog. There's like a 12-inch hot dog that he has. It's like super famous or something. Yeah, we'll go. When I come out there, we'll go to Alice Cooper's place.
Anything to say? We still have Prince of Darkness on yours, so we can get to that.
Yes.
What is your number 8?
Escape from New York.
Wow, that means LA is above it. Oh God.
Okay. For the reasons I stated, the nostalgia reasons. Now I like that. Escape from New York. I like a lot. It's a solid movie. Again, it's one that needs a remake. I think it'd be a great movie to remake, and make it with modern technology. It would be a better movie, maybe. I don't know. But there's a lot of stuff that's very boring. There's a lot of Snake Plissken sitting down, which I kind of liked. It's just like he's tired. He's like, fuck it. I'm going to sit down for a minute and just hang out in this garbage alley of New York. And it's a good movie. But again, it's like, for me, I feel like it's number 8 for a reason. I like his other movies better.
I'm gonna send something in the private chat. Do not look at it yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess your top 3 in the order.
Okay.
Don't look yet. We'll reveal it after.
Well, it just popped up and I just read it.
Oh.
It just popped up right now. I saw the whole thing.
All right. Damn, I didn't know it popped up like that. All right.
And you know what? You're close.
Oh, number 2 and 3 are switched. Shit.
Actually, you know what?
We'll talk about it when we get to that. I was just curious. Okay, so you said Escape from New York. Interesting. Yeah, he does sit around a lot in that movie, and that's why I say I do like the slow pace. That one, it works for me in that movie. I like the slow pace of it.
Yeah, it's not that I hate it. It's just it's a lot of fun. I do like the movie a lot, but just I like his other movies a little bit better. That's all. I think it's all. Yeah. It's kind of like, that's why I hate these top 10 lists, because I like them all pretty much equally. It's like there's not one reason why I don't like one better or more than the other. It's just kind of like, for some reason, this is how I felt like putting them in order for this list. It's just like, I like. I think Escape from New York is a big time pulp culture phenomenon movie. It's part of the zeitgeist. A lot of people love it, and a lot of people talk about it. And it's got great sound. It's one of my favorite soundtracks. Oh yeah, of Carpenter's. That theme is great.
I can see why the average moviegoer, would be bored to tears, though.
Sure, yeah,
I could see that.
But I love the dialogue that Snake has, where he goes like, "Aren't you going to kill me? I'm too tired. It's like there's a lot of good bits in there. They're just like, okay, I like the movie a lot. Don't get me wrong, but it's like it's very dark. Everybody dies. I wish Brain would have lived and Ernest Borgnine would have lived, but it didn't happen. And then Donald Pleasance, yes, the sacrifice meant a lot. He's getting his nails done.
Yeah.
And he's like, a lot of people died for you. Yes, and the sacrifice will be rewarded. He's picking like his hair out of his nose or something. He's just getting groomed. And then Snake Plissken gets the audio tape with world peace on it and rips it out. And he takes all the shit out and throws it.
Poor Adrienne Barbeau.
Oh, she gets fucking cut in half by the Duke's car.
Her role gets replaced by that foreign lady from Hot Shots.
Yes.
Nobody
Molina. Valerie Olina Valeria or something like that.
Yeah, I do like Escape from New York. It is coming up on my list here eventually.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're in the top 8. Here's my number 8, Village of the Damned.
Wow, that high.
I like it.
Okay.
I enjoy just hanging out in this movie. It's not great. I don't want to say it is. I like it. I don't know. I really don't have any defense beyond that. It's just no, I have no defense. I just like watching the movie.
That's fine. I'm not saying
that. It works for me.
I need to watch it a few more times. I just never have seen it all the way through in one sitting. Because of course it's on on Amazon for 17 years for free.
Oh, yeah.
And when I want to go watch it, you gotta buy it. It's not available now. Well, go fuck yourself. Like
I watched this one when we did this on episode 11. I watched this and I watched the original, which I've seen them both before, but it's been a long time. But yeah, I like this one more than the original, I believe.
I think to show you how long ago this movie was when we reviewed it, I think I was in Texas. That's why I was not available to watch it with you guys. I think I was in Texas with Perry, and that's why.
That was a long time ago.
2020. That was August 2020.
20 years ago.
Yeah, God, feels like it. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was episode 11. This is episode 32 right now that we're doing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
I could look up the date and when we did this, but I don't give a shit.
That's fine. I'm assuming it's got to be August 2020.
I'm 90% sure you are correct.
I wouldn't doubt it because that's the only reason. I've seen everything else, so that's the only reason why I would have missed this one because I was out of town. I
sent this to Adam, and then after he passed away, his sister sent it back to me. So I had a little fun trip from Amazon to him back to me.
Now there you go.
So now I got a copy of this on Blu-ray.
As you should.
I have no defense as to why I like it. Like I said, it's just a fun hangout movie, even though it's
fine. Yeah.
It's just I like watching it. I watched it when it came out, and I don't even like Christopher Reeves. I don't like him at all. I don't like Kirstie Alley at all. I don't know why I like this movie so much. I have no reason other than it's on. I want to watch it. That's it.
Yeah. Sounds
Fuck
good.
you. What's your number 7?
So angry. Escape from LA.
Oh wow.
I put Escape from LA number 7.
Okay. Yeah, and we talked extensively
we forgot to talk about the soundtrack with Rob Zombie. Whoa, get away! Run, baby, run away! Escape from LA. That's it.
Driven down, Steve Buscemi's looking at you.
I'm the agent of the stars.
Map to the Stars, Eddie.
Yeah, Map to the Stars, Eddie. That's right. Yeah.
Is that what his name is?
I think it was Map to the Stars, Eddie. Yeah, you're right.
I've seen that movie so many times I could pull that out of my ass there. Wow. Yeah, and that's another hangout movie. That movie is not good, but I love watching it. I would agree. Watch it.
I bought it on Shot Factory Blu-ray for like $25 because I was like, "Oh, good, special edition version with like maybe 3 interviews with people, and that's it. That's all it's on there. Maybe a music video. And that's about it. I don't even think I think there's a commentary. There's got to be. There's a commentary with I think Deborah Hill or the producers and John Carpenter.
Yeah. I used to have it on Blu-ray because it was literally the second episode of LIW we've ever done. Because I wanted to do hangout movies back then. So for episode 1 that we ever in 2013 was Face Off. Episode 2 was Escape from LA. And that was November 30th of 2013.
Like, oh my God!
Yeah, feels like forever ago.
I know. What is your number 7?
My number 7. Funny you ask. Christine.
Wow, that high up.
Yeah, I sounded way too negative when we did our review of it. I do realize that. I do like the movie. I like the Stephen Kingness of it. Village of the Damned, it also reminds me of a kind of a Stephen King storyline. I think that's more why I like Village of the Damned, or like it more than a lot of people, because it's a very Stephen King story. This town is secluded and they have a creepy kids that can control people. Like, that's Stephen King.
Right, yeah.
Kind of a fire starter Carrie thing going on. But yeah, Christine, I do enjoy it. We just finished doing an episode of Twilight Zone 85 called Joyride, and it was just Christine remade.
Pretty much.
Only real shitty. But Christine is a movie I've seen. I'm realizing this as I say it in order. I watched it a lot growing up, along with a lot of these Carpenter movies.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, I really don't have a whole lot to say about Christine.
No, it's a good movie. I like Christine. Yeah, I wouldn't put top. I would say the periphery of the top 10. But my number 6.
Oh. Let's switch over to number 6 here. All right.
Number 6, Assault on Precinct 13.
Wow.
I put it in the tops in the 6th. I was surprised at how much I liked this movie because I've never seen it before. Always heard about it, and I was just like, you know what? There's something about this movie. It's charming. I like the characters. It's basically every John Carpenter movie that comes after. It's because he's all pretty much the same movie after this. Yeah. And a lot of movies have borrowed from this.
Very similar themes. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I liked it. I thought it was fun. And that girl gets shot in the chest eating ice cream, which is hilarious.
That little girl.
It's so goofy. And then she ended up being a Real Housewives of Orange County.
Yeah.
And she's a cunt.
Of course she is. She got
shot in the chest. Just imagine that 45-year-old cunt today getting shot in the chest with ice cream in her hand.
It's great.
I wanted Mumple Hunkle Buckleberry.
This would be funnier if I was 7. Man, that one does surprise you there, where he's like, for no reason, he's like, wants his money from the guy, and he's like, fuck you, little, and shoots her, and that incites the whole movie.
No, and that's what. Yeah, that's this, and he gets killed before he even gets to Assault Precinct 13. The father comes, gets his revenge, and that's it. And then he runs into the Precinct 13, and all these gangs come in.
You never see another face again from them.
And it's basically, Carpenter says it's his Rio Bravo. It's his remake of Rio Bravo, basically. And Night of the Living Dead. Those are the 2 movies that he says that's what he could, because Howard Hawks is his favorite director. So Rio Bravo is one of his favorite movies, and all of his movies kind of had that Rio Bravo feel. So this was the first one to kind of do it, and he was doing this. I think this was one of those movies that was like he got paid to do it before something happened. I think before Halloween. Is that what it was? I don't know. I feel like there's a story there where
if we don't know it, we probably should just not mention it.
I think he wrote because he wrote this movie in like a weekend so that they could make it and like you could have something to show guys to give him more money for another movie, something like that. I can't remember.
It would make sense if it was Halloween. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, I think it was. What's your number 6?
My number 6 was I'm probably the only person with this in their top 10, let alone number 6. Someone's watching me.
Wow, that high.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot.
It's a good. It's good.
Palma movie.
Yeah,
more than it is a Carpenter movie.
Wow, number 6. That's really.
I enjoy this one thoroughly.
Is really high.
Yeah,
that's
this kind of movie's up my alley, though. It doesn't have the supernatural shit. It's just a guy being real creepy on a lady, which that's me. Oh, I mean, sorry, I like the more grounded movies,
right?
Even though obviously The Thing is on our list and higher than this.
Well,
but
sure, yeah.
I do like horror movies, and she, as we're saying about why I have Prince of Darkness so low is the cosmic horror and the inescapableness of it.
Right.
She's in control here. Like, she's trying to figure out what's going on, but I like it where they can solve the situation that they're in and reasonably, and it's not just the whole fucking universe is against them and I just don't care. Yeah, it's just a simple movie. I enjoyed it. I don't know. I liked it way more than I expected to.
Yeah, wow, it's pretty good. It's a good movie. It's good. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I could even swap it out with my number 5. Honestly.
Wow. Yeah,
I could be talked into it. All right. Speaking of, we're in the bottom or top part of our top 10 here. What is your number 5?
I would say it's going to be Big Trouble in Little China. Number 5.
A full 11 ahead of mine.
Yes, just because. Yeah, just because I grew up with it. It's a lot of fun. It is a pretty good movie. It did give. It really changed pulp culture in a lot of ways because Mortal Kombat kind of apes this movie quite a bit. And I think video games have all kind of taken from this movie in the last 30 years. It's all, and even modern pulp culture, action movies, that archetype, that character of Kurt Russell is kind of the precursor to any kind of Tony Stark, any kind of Chris Pratt Star-Lord, any kind of goofy, funny action star. Because, you had Arnold Schwarzenegger, but he was more serious. You had Sylvester Stallone, but he was more serious. Kurt Russell was the one that was actually fun. Even though he was serious in Snake Plissken, this one was like the tongue-in-cheek, funny action hero, schlocky action hero. And I don't think there's anything, he's like the run beneath Indiana Jones, as in swashbuckler, comedy. And I think now, with every pulp culture we have now, is more Kurt Russell than it is Indiana Jones. And I think that's kind of where this kind of falls in to the zeitgeist of everything. Is if you really look at it, every major character in any kind of big screen anything has the qualities of Kurt Russell from this movie than they do, say, an Indiana Jones movie.
So much so that they put Kurt Russell in there with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right, yeah. So, yeah, it's just, it kind of makes sense now. But, yeah, I think Kurt Russell is because when he tries to be, he's serious in an action movie, like Soldier, he's like 100% serious. Yeah. And he got paid a shit ton of money for that movie. Like, I think he got paid $30 million for that.
It's a Roland Emmerich movie, right?
No, it's a Paul W. Anderson movie.
Is it really? Soldier? I haven't seen that since it came out.
It's not a good movie. It's a Blade Runner sequel, technically.
Oh, I think I was confusing it with the other Kurt Russell movie.
Oh,
Stargate.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No, but Soldier, he's like a robot. He's like an android.
Yeah. I remember that.
He's a replicant, and supposedly this is like a quasi sequel to Blade Runner. It's in the same universe.
Oh, really?
As Blade Runner, supposedly.
I watched Soldier when it came out and immediately forgot everything about it. I remember.
No, I have too.
Was it a prison planet?
It's like a junk planet. It's like it's where they dump all the galaxy's junk.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. My number 5 is a classic, and yada 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 yada. What else can we say about Halloween?
Well, Halloween, yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to be in the top 5.
I could put this below Someone's Watching Me and feel just fine about it.
Wow, yeah.
You said you were bored by it, and I get that, and I don't blame the sequels and all that on the original. I can separate it, especially when I watched all of them growing up, and I'm like, those are fucking terrible. And then I rewatched the original in like middle school, high school, and I was like, oh shit, this is really good. Like, how the fuck did they make these terrible sequels and all that shit?
Right, yeah.
Based on this, it's like so low key.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, I don't like hanging out in Halloween, but I do enjoy the slow nature of it. But I can see being bored with it. I definitely can understand that. So if it is too slow for you, totally understand that. But I enjoy it. Donald Pleasance is great in it. He's weird as shit in the movie. He's constantly
in his eyes,
and he's whispering at kids and scaring them in the bush. And goddamn, it's funny.
It's hilarious. No, this picture looks like Michael Myers is crying. His lip was quivering. Look at his lip was like.
He's also got a tear coming down.
I'm sorry, I felt you. I'm sorry.
I buried too many members of the Wayne family.
Okay, do this. Oh man.
All right. So what else can we say about Halloween? Let's just move on. Let's go to your number 4.
Prince of Darkness.
Interesting.
For some reason, that movie grows on me every time I see it. I really like it a lot. There's a lot of just creepy stuff in there. Again, Donald Pleasance plays a fucking wackadoo who's great. He's always a wackadoo in Carpenter's universe.
Anything in real life, including?
Pretty much, yeah. He's great. So the Prince of Darkness number 4 for me. We already talked about it. So, what's your number 4?
I need to rewatch it just so I can kind of get a more of a vibe for it, because at this point, not a whole lot of memories, but I remember enjoying it more than I expected to.
Right. I think I still need to buy that one. I don't think I own that yet. I need to pick that one up still.
I think it's on Arrow, I believe.
Yeah, it's an Arrow for release. Yeah.
My number 4 is, speaking of that movie, In the Mouth of Madness.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Well, yeah. That's my number 3.
Yeah.
So there you go. So that's a nice poster. I like that poster.
Yeah, I tried to find the most random ones I could find.
That's a good Mondo poster. Too bad that looks like Joaquin Phoenix as Sutter Kane more than it does Georgian Proch now.
Yeah, it doesn't look that great, does it?
I'm Sutter Kane. Don't take baby calves away from their mamas, giving them milk.
I'm wondering which, other than Escape from LA, I'm curious which Carpenter movie I've seen the most. Because it could be In the Mouth of Madness.
Yeah.
Because The Thing, I don't want to watch The Thing that often, because it's like I watch Ghostbusters. I don't watch it that often because I like some sort of surprise. I don't know. I don't want to burn it in too much.
Right.
But In the Mouth of Madness, I've seen a lot. And
I
enjoy it every time. And it was our first episode for a reason.
Yeah.
We won. It's been a while since I'd seen it at that point, and we were like, fuck it, let's do that one. And Adam wasn't there for that one, but I know Adam does like this movie a lot.
Yeah, I did. Like I said, it's my number 3. I remember renting this movie when it first came out and not liking it because I was just like, oh, that's not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be more scary, not realizing that, okay, well, this is more existential and it's more of a H.P. Lovecraft style kind of horror story. And then I was like, okay, once you get the mindset, you just love it even more. And what's his name? Alan Grant from Jurassic Park is really great in it. He's fantastic.
Oh yeah,
love his character, love him in it, and it's a great movie. It's a fun movie to watch, and it gets better every time you watch it. And you're just like, okay,
it does.
I enjoy it. I like this one a lot.
You pick up on the little background stuff. It's one of those kind of movies because I think honestly, it's probably Carpenter's deepest movie. Because even The Thing, the problem with The Thing is it's very minimalist set, and like what's there is there. This movie has stuff in the background, and like extras doing stuff, and stuff you don't notice until that third. Even to an extent, Prince of Darkness kind of has some of that too. Just not as much as In the Mouth of Madness. But I love Sam Neill in this movie. Sam Neill's great.
Yeah.
And it's got the Stephen King factor because it's clearly going off his sort of idea. But the difference between the way I feel about this and like Prince of Darkness is the existential dread. It's more about madness, like him going crazy and torturing that one guy, as opposed to killing all of everything and yada yada yada.
But that's happening though.
It's happening, but that's not
it is the end of the world, right? Yes. Yeah, it focuses more on the characters than anything else.
That's why. That's what I'm saying. That's what it works that way. Yeah. This works better for me than Prince of Darkness. Right.
And not only is he a good character, he's a likable character that you follow him and you can understand where he's coming from. Where he's just like, this is fucking stupid. Yeah, you're full of shit. I don't buy it. You people are great. The special effects. No, you're wrong. Johnny boy, my 5-year-old. But
Ghostbusters too.
Nobody likes me. I'm a big fat asshole in real life. Read that article about me. I'm fucking horrible.
He's got to be.
I'm a horrible human being.
What is your? You did your number 3 already.
I think we might. Yeah, it was Math Madness. So what's your number 3?
My number 3. I've only seen this movie once.
Oh wow!
So it could overtake my number 2. Probably won't overtake my number 1.
Wow!
But Adam sent this to me. They Live.
Right. Yeah.
It was my first time watching it. It's been on my like short list of top 10 movies to watch forever.
Well, They Live is your number 3. They Live is my number 2.
Watch it.
Yeah.
See, we keep doing that. All right.
Yeah, it's your third and my second. Yeah, I would say absolutely.
Yeah,
it's a great movie. It's a fun movie.
Since you're on your 2, I'll just switch over to number 2 there.
Yeah, it's one of those movies that it sneaks up on you. You think it's a joke at first, and you're just like, oh. And again, this is one of those movies that have survived the test of time, and people have now sort of embraced it as a masterpiece.
Oh yeah,
and people. I think most people would say this is his best movie. I don't know. They kind of go back and forth between 2 movies.
Yeah, and it really comes down to personal preference.
Yeah,
and I think I really believe all 3 of us would have the same top movie. But, yeah, I really, really enjoyed watching this movie. I've always seen like the pictures and not quite knowing what it meant.
Right.
And he doesn't like hit you in the head with it. The messaging, it's just there. And it's kind of generic, but also pointed at the same time, if that makes any sense. Right. He's not going liberal, he's just saying like, this is what you consume. Like that's all you're there for.
Yeah.
He's not left or right leaning at all, really. He's just saying corporations are
right.
This is what they're doing. And it's just an interesting little take on what could be happening behind the scenes. It's like a lizard people movie, but they're aliens.
Yeah.
And yeah, it unfolds at a great pace, and it stars the most unlikely of all stars, Roddy Piper. Bizarre casting choice. Keith David's great in it. They have that long fight scene that just keeps going and going. Meg Foster, I don't get it.
Super hot. I don't know. I'm saying this sarcastically.
She shows up out of nowhere, and she happens to work for the.
That's the one problem with the movie that is like the one.
There's 2 problems.
The one glaring issue is that it's just too happenstance out of nowhere. And they have to blow up a satellite. But he gives what redeems the ending is the middle finger at the end, and that's what redeems the movie. And also, what redeems the movie is that you get a tit shot at the very end, just random tit shot.
I don't remember a tit shot.
The girl's fucking the alien. She goes, ah, and she's naked. And the guy goes, what? And that's basically the last shot.
Because their little scrambler turned off.
Yeah, the scrambler turned off. You can see their alien face, which they look like zombies, skeletons, which such a great design. Like what an amazing, simple design.
Oh, yeah.
It's again simple, stood the test of time, and they use it today in modern art, like as a satirical reference to corporate everything. Yeah.
Yeah. And so the other thing I complain I have is how simple the end is. Just kind of blow up the satellite.
Yeah.
All right, I'm dead now, and you're like, oh. Kind of peters out. Yeah. Otherwise, great movie. Loved it. I will definitely watch this more. I don't want to watch it too often, though. It's one of those kind of movies that I mentioned earlier. I just every 5 years I'll check in with it and go, damn, that was great. And be surprised by shit because I don't want to watch it that often. And this is your number 2, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so my number 2 we already talked about, and yada yada yada.
Escape from New York.
Yeah,
that's a good place. That's a good spot. Yeah, that's a good spot.
The rest of our shit's real obvious.
Yeah,
we have one left.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much universally accepted that number 1 is number 1.
I hate to be this basic bitch, but our number 1 here is going to be The Thing. It's just the best movie he did. I don't know what else to say about it.
Yeah.
This is a weird poster, I know. I, again, tried to find the weirdest poster.
One. Yeah, it's nice. It's a good one.
Yeah. Partly I did it because I know Adam hates these kind of posters.
Did he really? I thought he would be a Mondo guy. I thought he'd be a Mondo poster guy.
He would go, at least this version of this Arrow one has the reversible cover so I could see the original. He's talking about They Live. And he's like, because he hated the artwork. That he's like, I'm an original poster guy. He would bitch about it all the time.
Yeah.
Anyway, The Thing. we haven't said a word about it because it's both of our number ones. I believe it would be Adams as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
But what else can you say? We don't have to say anything about it. We talked about it on the show. What else are we to add right now?
It's been talked about, discussed, deep dived, everything. It's a million videos on YouTube about it.
Yeah.
It's a movie you gotta watch. Just go watch it. It's an amazing film on every level. It's great. It's a great film.
There's so many great scenes in the movie. So many great special effects that just keep going and evolving. And that's the most impressive part of it, is the evolution of the special effects within the same shot. Just all the compositions they do of the special effects in different styles and different means. And it's all super impressive.
Wilford Brimley saying, "I'm okay now," with a new spine. I can go inside now. I'm okay now.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I feel better.
I feel better now. I don't got diabetes because I'm an alien now.
He finally passed away.
He finally. Shit, it took him forever. The Thing got him finally. Yes.
All right, that's our list.
So what was your Adams number 10 through 1 would be?
My number, let's see here. So Adams number 10, I wrote The Fog.
Okay.
Number 9, I have Vampires. He did enjoy James Woods quite a bit.
Yes.
Number 8, I have Halloween.
I feel like that would be higher on his list.
I don't know. Think about how much he loved the cosmic shit. So number 8, I have Halloween.
He loved Halloween, though. I mean, I think that would have been like number 4. I don't know.
Well, think about when I get to this top 4, you'll. I think you might understand it a little more. Number 7, I have Escape from New York.
Right.
Number 6, Prince of Darkness.
Yeah, I can see that.
Number 5, In the Mouth of Madness.
Yeah.
Number 4, Christine.
Really, you think you go that high with Christine?
He was ranting and raving about how much he loved that movie.
Really, I would almost flip where you put Halloween with Christine.
Could I don't know.
Maybe that would be the way. I don't know.
I might just be reacting to the way I felt during those episodes.
Right. I'm gonna have to.
During Halloween, he loved it, but during Christine, he was like, "No, you don't." Like, you know what I mean? It's probably just the way I was talking about the movies.
Right. Yeah.
Number 3, I believe number 3 is number 3. Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
I fucking love that movie.
He loved that one. Yeah.
Number 2, They Live. Number 1, The Thing.
Yeah.
And we could swap They Live and The Thing, honestly.
I would say maybe, but yeah, I think you'd be more The Thing. They Live. Yeah.
Yeah. He did. Yeah. But yeah, we started the show with Adam in mind and wanted to do it with Adam. He made it halfway before he quit on us. Or that's how I remember the story. I don't remember.
He just gave up and said, "Fuck this list. I'm done.
Fuck it. I'm not doing his like pro-life.
I don't want to watch Elvis. I don't want to watch it. I'm out."
All to avoid Elvis, which actually was pretty good.
Wasn't that bad?
You hear how bad it is your whole life. It's fine.
Yeah.
Not great. It was average.
I thought it was funny watching, "Hey, Red, why don't you love me, Red? Why are you so mad at me? Because I'm with Scylla. Come on now, Red. I love you.
So
I'm gonna buy you a Cadillac."
Dick, we're done. We finished another podcast.
It's all done. It's over.
John Carpenter our stand podcast in a month.
We
took us 3 years for this.
Yeah, we could put our cigarettes out in honor of John Carpenter.
Let me pull up real quick. We can end on this. Do you want to pitch Hollywood is Dead next week and all that?
Well, Hollywood Dead, a show coming out next week. We're going to talk about more of a current event type entertainment show, but we're going to dive into more history of Hollywood, have segments on box office, the compare and contrast, and why the business is the way it is, and the sort of hypocrisy of Hollywood and the stupidity of Hollywood, but also the creative bankruptcy that is Hollywood. And we'll get into all of that fun stuff in using our X-rated humor, but with less fucks.
Yes. Try slightly less fucks.
A little bit less fucks.
It's gonna be hard. No, I don't care about regular swearing. Just Anyway, check that out. That's actually replacing on our live shows. Is replacing this show, John Carpenter. So we're done after this.
We're done. It's over. This is the series finale.
Series finale. I mean, we might come back every once in a while for one of the movies he wrote. So we both want to watch Eyes of Laura Mars. I definitely want to watch that.
Yeah.
Maybe we just watch it and talk about it on Hollywood is Dead for a second.
We could do that too. Well, actually, that was one of the segments I was thinking of having on Hollywood is Dead is a throwback movie segment where you and I can have a movie we watched that's from the 70s or 60s or 50s or 40s, some random old movie that no one talks about, and we can discuss it.
Yeah. So I'm looking right now. Our debut episode in the Mouth of Madness was 11/20 of 2020.
Wow.
And then here we are in July of 2022, end of July. Adam, his last episode was Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. That was episode 18. That was back in 6/16/21. Is that right? Yeah, because he died in July, right?
Yeah.
Did he die in July?
I was glad to watch that with him because he was telling me about that movie, and I got to watch Halloween 4 and 5 with him on his podcast.
Yep.
When we did the live watch, and that was a lot of fun because I'd never watched those movies. And he goes like, "Oh no, you gotta watch them. We'll do live shows." Okay, it's fun, and that was a good time. And get to share Halloween 3 with him was a lot of fun because I had never seen it, and glad I did. It was fun. It was a good film, good fun franchise movie to watch.
Yeah, excluding these last 2 episodes, the ranking ones. There's 30 episodes of reviews and stuff. I mean, there's some ranks in there as well, top 10 comedy films and directors and all that. He was in 15 of those 30, so half. But yeah, the reason I mentioned is because he's supposed to be here for all this, and he's not, so that's why we made his rankings.
Yeah,
I'm proud on that. Could be horribly fucking wrong, in which case he'll haunt us. But
why the fuck? I said they live. God damn it!
But we're done. We're done, Adam. We did your thing. We're not doing it again.
Go back to the shadow.
To do it again,
that would be immoral.
I had to. Adam would love that clip, by the way.
That's a good clip.
All right. Let's get out of here.
Bye now.
This is weird because we're just done with the show.
It's over. It's done. Let's put
LIW.com. Yeah. We'll, every once in a great while, we'll do a John Frankenheimer movie, but maybe like 2 or 3 in a year.
Sure.
Just every once in a while. I don't know. Until next time, in the meantime, I'm Phoenix West, and there's no next one. Thank you so much. Bye-bye, citizens. Bye, John.
Goodbye.
Don't smoke too much tonight.
Thanks for watching the films, and come see me perform with my boys. The music of John Carpenter. Synth it.
I just found out you can get oxygen without sucking it through a cigarette. That's crazy.
I'm not doing that. I love the taste too much.
That's crazy. What's next?
My lung is a Chesterfield cigarette filter.